Did Michael Jordan take performance enhancement drugs? Now, I want to be equally fair because I know this right here, this video right here will get the bronze sexuals cootie cat watered up, get their cootie cat in their little panties, get them dripped out at how much they're so in love with LeBron James. They want to drag and bring everybody else down when it comes to LeBron James. You know, they have that childlike mentality. They always want to point the finger at someone else. They can never take accountability. You talk about LeBron James being on steroids. Well, you got to talk about all the other athletes who are potentially on performance enhancement drugs. No, we're talking about LeBron James. They remind me of those little kids. Don't you know when you get in trouble as a kid and your mother said, "Did you steal from the store?" And you said, "Yes." And your mom whips out that belt, whoosh, and she gives you the runaway slave beating of a lifetime. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And you like, "No, mama, no, mama, no, mama, no. No, mama, don't you ever steal nothing else from that cat picking store." See, you getting in trouble. And it hurt, it stings, it burns. You say, "Mama, why are you whipping me?" But my friends did it too. My friends were stealing too. I wasn't the only one who was stealing. And then your parents hit you with the same old line that they used to hit me with back in the day. Well, if your friends jumped off a bridge, would you jump off? In other words, why are you worried about what other people are doing? So I wanted to bring up Michael Jordan because Michael Jordan played into his late 30s. Michael Jordan's career really, in terms of course, Michael Jordan was a phenomenal player early on in his career. He dominated the league, put up some of the most impressive individual stats of any player of all time. Michael Jordan was a scoring champ, all defensive team. He wasn't winning any championships, but Michael Jordan was an elite caliber player. So towards the middle of Michael Jordan's career, when he got in his 30s, because I think he won his first championship at 27, Michael Jordan started to play a little bit longer into his career. Probably, I think he retired at 35, 36. So it's a great question to ask. Did Michael Jordan take performance enhancement drugs? Or was Michael Jordan honest about his profession and how he went about getting prepared for some of the, biggest shows, some of the finals matches? In my opinion, I think that, yes, Michael Jordan took some form of enhancement before his games. And I think that Michael Jordan is, like I said, he's an incredible player. To me, Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time. I'm a Kobe Bryant fan, and I can say that as an unbiased fan. I'm going to always put Kobe first. But do I think that Michael Jordan, the Karl Malones of the world, Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem, a lot of these guys were on performance enhancement drugs? I do believe so. I watched a documentary or a special that they did on a gentleman by the name of Victor Conte, who's like a nutritionist who supplied athletes with performance enhancement drugs. He was the one who was behind the Balco scandal into giving athletes such as Barry Bonds, Marion Jones, and a few other athletes performance enhancement drugs. He said that 80% of the athletes are on performance enhancement drugs. And he also stated, quote, and this is me paraphrasing, but he said that if he were to reveal a large majority of the athletes that took performance enhancement drugs, it'll probably ruin history. It'll more than likely ruin history because a lot of the kids, they look up to these athletes. They want to be like these athletes. So what message would it send that a lot of their favorite athletes actually cheated to get to the top? And that's a great point. But you do have to question. Michael Jordan was putting up some unbelievable numbers. Michael Jordan was averaging about 35 points per game, 37 points per game. Considering he played during the time where the NBA, there was far more physical, hand checking. They'd knock you upside the head going into the hole, driving to the lane. They'd elbow you. They'd throw them bows at you like ludicrous. Do I think that Michael Jordan was a natural player? Somewhat. But I do think that he did have somewhat of an enhancement. That's just my opinion. And I don't think it was the Space Jam juice. I don't think it was the water bottle secret juice on Space Jam. But Michael Jordan was putting up some astronomical numbers in the postseason, in the playoffs, in the finals. He won 5 MVPs, 6 finals MVPs, 6 trophies, scoring titles, all NBA first team, scoring leader, broke all kind of records. So can I confirm that Michael Jordan took performance enhancement drugs? Absolutely not. I can't. None of us can. I will say some of his career is very suspicious. I mean, considering this man was in his 30s or mid 20s to 30s with a bald head. Most people don't shave their heads bald because one of the, effects of performance enhancement drugs, the side effects, is you start to bald. Did Michael Jordan say, well, I'm going to just cut to the chase. I'm going to cut it all off bald so it don't get the patching and people start to question. I'm going to just cut it all off. So did Michael Jordan cut all his hair off, go bald? Most people go bald in their 40s. He was already bald. And honestly, I was surprised when I seen the young Michael Jordan with hair, with a short haircut. All my life, I thought Michael Jordan came out the womb bald. If we being honest. But Michael Jordan put on a lot of minutes. We talking about a flu game, which he supposedly was drunk, but he was still somehow able to perform at a very high level. I mean, it's a lot of question marks. Played a lot of minutes. He had a personal trainer by the name, I think, Tim Grove, who worked religiously with Michael Jordan in the gym constantly. Said Michael Jordan was a workhorse. That's all he did was work hard. So we could only take his word from it. We didn't hear these fake stories of Michael Jordan paying $1 million a year on his body working out. Michael Jordan, it seemed natural, but he did play close till he got to his 40. He did stop playing at around 38. Came back, played for the Wizards. He did show signs of decline. He couldn't get up and down the floor. His physique was, he like a fat man that just drank beer all day. Michael Jordan started like a drunk. You can look at his eyes. They was red. Bald head man, looked like he just sit on the sofa all day. Like I said, I do think in the middle of his career, heading into his mid-30s, I do think Michael Jordan took some form of performance enhancement drugs. Now, to me, does that diminish and wipe away what Michael Jordan has done as a player? Until we have proof, I can't say yes or no. But when it comes to LeBron James and him taking performance enhancement drugs, his seem a little bit more suspicious. Because as I said, you have somebody who's been in the league since 2003. And we're in 2023. And LeBron James is still ball dominant, still playing like he did when he was in his early 20s. jumping out the gym. It's funny how you see they do side-by-side highlights of LeBron James still jumping and still his vertical still like it was when he was in his early 20s. It's a bit odd, isn't it? But you could also make the case that Michael Jordan you never really seen Michael Jordan suffer no major injury. So did Michael Jordan take performance enhancement drugs? It's possible. It looks suspicious. It looks suspicious. Michael Jordan did get caught for gambling. So he did have a dirty past too. He did have some dirt, which a lot of people do. A lot of people try to pretend as if they don't have skeletons in the closet. But a lot of us have dirt. None of us are perfect. But LeBron James, a lot of rumors. We're hearing a lot of allegations about LeBron James being on performance enhancement drugs. But we never heard any about Michael Jordan. But I'm raising a question now. You guys get in the comments and let me know. Do you think that Michael Jordan took performance enhancement drugs? He stayed around for 15 years. LeBron James is in his 20th season, which is, like I said, highly suspicious. He's talking about staying around playing with his son. He's still averaging close to 30 points per game, dunking on guys. You've seen Tracy McGrady come out of high school, Kevin Garnett come out of high school, Kobe come out of high school. A lot of these players that came out of high school, bodies broke down, but LeBron James, the one player who was somehow able to defeat Father Time, who came out of high school and now all of a sudden still playing. They want me to believe he's a freak of nature. No, he's a cheat of nature.